Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Colonel here, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm just gonna do a quick video today, basically covering a screenshot that has popped up over on Twitter about a recent operation report question. But before jumping that, if you guys are new here, like I mentioned, I'm Colonel. I primarily cover PSO2 content. Much appreciated subscribers, work way towards that 10K mark, hopefully by the end of this year. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. So as far as the screenshot goes, and the reason I'm making a video about this is because a lot of people are seeing the screenshot, translating it, and kind of misunderstanding what it is. Essentially, this is a question about the 11-star drop rates, and you're looking at this thinking, hey, look, we can't really read this. So this first was brought to my attention when I saw it posted over at Pikamu, and I was able to translate the actual thing here. It says, we received a question about the rarity of 11-star weapons introduced in the NGS headline broadcast on March 26th. Please see the answers below. And of course, unless you can read Japanese, you're not going to really know what this is actually saying. So I went ahead and got a very, 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 very poorly translated screenshot here for you guys today. Then we can look over what this actually means. And I wanted to go ahead and provide context because a lot of people are seeing this and like, oh my God, why would you make it this again? And this is literally just the this is the translate app I have on my phone, and I've literally just screenshot that and pulled it over from my phone for you guys here today. So apologies, this is a very rudimentary screenshot. This is something I'm doing very quickly before I have to go into work, literally clock in like the next 6 minutes. So I'm gonna get this taken care of, edited and uploaded for you guys, that way you have something to look at. And I know the Katana, oh, that's my alarm saying, hey, go to work. I know the Katana interview should be out today. I'm probably gonna push it to tomorrow. Apologies, it's a good one, trust me, it's worth it. But either way, let's go ahead and talk about what we see on the screen here. So the implementation of 11-star rarity weapons was announced in the March broadcast, but what will a drop probability be, but will the drop probability even lower than 10 stars? This is again, rudimentary translation, but this is the probability of an 11-star weapon dropping, but the probability of obtaining a rarity 10-star weapon Flugelguard series from the emergency quest Omen of Star Destruction when the rare drop rate has not been increased due to campaigns, etc., are set to the same value. So what does this actually mean? So people are seeing this and they're like, oh my God, you're making it backward, like, you know, how hard it was to get 10 stars beforehand. No, guys, keep in mind, two buffs, not really two buffs, one buff happened at the exact same time as we had a campaign. So during the 2.5 series, or the 2.5 or the 2.5 year anniversary of PSO2 was right around the same time they were like, hey, we realize the drop rates are way too low. We're going to buff these drop rates. So they buffed the drop rates and they ran a campaign at the same time. This made it really confusing to some people because they didn't realize what the actual drop rates would be. It made a lot of the fluke weapons drop in price pretty dramatically over time. And there were people that are like, oh, I never got a fluke weapon to drop. Hi, I'm one of those people. However, you can't really argue that the drop rate wasn't higher because the cost of those weapons dropped dramatically. You're looking at weapons that were 100 mil drop down to as low as 5. So keep in mind, the drop rate definitely did increase. They were more available to people. So this was during that campaign. Now, after the campaign ended, shortly thereafter, we had the announcement of Rare and things of that sort. So we moved forward from the Flugelguard series towards the Rare. Weapons kind of stabilized themselves out. You were looking at anywhere between like 5 to 20 mil realistically, depending upon the weapon you were looking for, as far as drop rate costs, maybe a little bit higher, or started to climb a little bit higher after the campaign ended, with most, like the high end, being around 30 to 40 mil. So what does this mean for all of this? It just means that the drop rate is going to be what it was post the campaigns. And post the campaigns, the drop rate was still substantially better than what Flugelguard was when it originally released. No, this is not going to be a situation where we're stuck with weapons like in the most insane drop rates possible. Granted, it's probably not going to be as readily available since it's going to come from more difficult content, meaning less people will be able to actually clear it, meaning less people will be able to inject that into the actual, the market itself. So I wouldn't expect to see these weapons, just blow up all over the market. However, if you're someone who's going to go out there and farm these, if you're trying to get a hold of them, just know that they're going to be the rarity of the same, or the rarity the same of what 10-star Flugelguards were after the campaign boost. So with campaign boosts, or maybe with drop rate boosts, or maybe with PSO2 day, you'll see a lot more of those weapons available overall. My guess is you'll probably look at those weapons when they finally stabilize out around between the 20 to maybe 50 mil rarity amounts, and that is probably a good solid slot for them. It means that the new quest will actually be worth farming. Apologies, you'll probably hear my cat, scratching in the background because he decides to make noise every time I decide to record a video, but besides the point. But so it'll probably be worth farming if you can actually get a drop, and then moving forward from there, if you're someone's like, I'm not going to wait for that, or drops never happened for me, or RDRs and myth, the Zova weapons are still very, very powerful. They're stronger than we currently have, and it's definitely worth pushing higher fixes on them. And it might even be stronger to have a high fix in Zova than it is to have one of the new 11-star weapons. We are going to do some comparisons of those weapons when they release, and I'll let you guys know what the power of those are going to be, probably as early as next week. The goal is that that video will come out Thursday, so the day after the patch. So just keep an eye out for that, and we'll talk about it then. Anyway, guys, that's all I had for you guys today. Just wanted to go over this really quickly here because I'm starting to see people jump all over Twitter, freaking out over the drop rates, being like, oh my God, they're going to be super. No. Are they going to be low? They'll be relatively low to keep the actual weapon worth something. But they're not going to be so low that you will absolutely never see them. And these weapons will be over 100 mil. Likely they'll be over 100 mil for like the first, I don't know, probably a couple of weeks, maybe first 2-3 weeks. But as people start to actually clear this fight, as people start to do it, with random other people that are pushing these fights themselves, you'll see more of them pop up. And as soon as you see a campaign drop for this, you'll see a lot more of these weapons pop up over on the market. So if this is what you're after, this is what you're going for, rest assured, it'll definitely be attainable. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Take care, my friends. Peace out.